Dan with Diehard Media.
Daniel.
Talk about Dak Prescott.
Daniel, back at it again with the white vans. Sorry.
That's all right. Talk about getting Dak Prescott those wins. Do you think bringing on guys like Allen Hurns, Gallup, Tavon, are these the right guys to get Dak those wins?
I hope. He hopes. Right? I mean, he hopes that these are the guys to do it. To me, I don't know how much of a proven guy Allen Hurns is. He had a really good, 1 year. I think after that, there isn't a year on his books where he has over 600 yards receiving. So to me, that's going to be your number one, right? And Tavon, you left the coach who was young and innovative, and he couldn't get you the ball. What are we going to do here with you? So those questions are starting to come up and saying, well, you come from a place where that coach is young and kind of been known to kind of be really funky and fresh with his offensive approach. And he got rid of you for a 6th-rounder. And, Allen Hurns, you did X, Y, and Z here. I hope that you still have something left in the tank coming off, injuries and stuff like that, where you're able to be a significant route runner for Dak Prescott, being able to throw those intermediate throws that he's really comfortable in throwing. So all these guys that you added on, they're here because the other teams didn't want them. Right? That's always the Rams didn't want Tavon, Jacksonville didn't want Allen Hurns. So now they're here. So you hope that there's something left in the tank, 1, and 2, that we can get creative enough offensively where we can now get those guys involved, especially a guy like Tavon Austin. Well, if you can get him in space with the ball in his hands, he can be pretty special, but it's all about getting him the ball in his hands.
Thank you.
Cool. And about 2 months ago, we had a brief text conversation about 2 months ago. Am I surprised? Yes and no. And you can come up with all the conspiracy theories that you want, in your head and my head, and we all have them. I think the biggest thing for Dez, one of the things that's kind of hindered him for a long time, and this is the thing that most people, I guess on the inside, doesn't realize about the game of football, is when you're on top of your game, you get away with a lot in April and May. It don't mean the same thing in December and February if his team's not in the Super Bowl. So what he says in the summertime and the springtime, it doesn't hold weight to me, in January and February. And I think this year is a definitive year for the Dallas Cowboys. 2 people in particular, Dak Prescott and Jason Garrett. I think those 2 guys have married each other in the sense where Jason Garrett being the head coach, you decided to let go of Tony Romo and make that decision as a collective unit, right? But he's the head coach, so a lot of that falls on him as well. But now you go forward with Dak Prescott. This is a guy who some people like, some people don't like, some people are in the middle about him. But now going forward is a guy who in his 3rd season, we saw a really good rookie year, regressed a little bit last year, still had a pretty solid year. But Jason Garrett's come to the point of his career where you can't go 8-8, you can't be a 1st-round exit, you cannot win the division. I think we've come to a point where if there isn't a deep playoff run for this team next year, you will be looking for a new head coach. Now, the second part of that is if you're looking for a new head coach, and let's just say the new trend that we see happening is young and innovative and stuff like that. So now you may come a Lincoln Riley, a David Shaw, or someone else who may come in and say, hey, we want to spread this thing out and throw the ball down the field. Well, the quarterback that they have there, who they aren't paying money to, so the money isn't tied up to him, he's making less than $1 million a year. A new coach comes in and say, is this the guy that I want to go forward with? Or do you come in with a new coach and you go, hey Jerry, listen, next year in the draft, we're going to get us a quarterback early in the draft to kind of fit the system that I want to put in. Because if you have a system that's spread out and throwing the ball around the field, I don't know if Dak's the guy for you. So it's really going to be dependent upon Dak to have a really good year, not only for his job and for his payday, but also for Jason Garrett.
No, if this isn't about